Hi, it's Amy with Intuitive Coaching with Amy Radio, and this is your sacred space for spirituality, intuition, manifestation, and metaphysical wisdom. I'm continuing my series on Create a Magical Result, power thoughts to create a magical result in your business. And here is power thought number 5. When you find yourself in a stressful or chaotic situation in your business, take a breath, pause, and ask yourself, how can I be my better self in this situation? Or, how can I be my best self in this situation? Sometimes when business feels stressful or overwhelming or uncertain, you start thinking that you need to be more than you are, and that you need to have every single answer or somehow become Hercules and carry the whole situation on your shoulders. And yes, it is your business, but you having to do it all is simply not true. All you need to do is be your best self in that moment. And according to the 4 agreements, your best self changes from day to day. Some days you have more energy. Some days you have less energy. Some days you feel more confident. Some days you feel unsure of yourself. Some days you feel uplifted and inspired and illuminated. And sometimes you just feel tired and worn out. And all of that is okay. You only need to be your best self right now. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to have every answer under the sun. You only need to ask yourself, how can I be my best self in this situation right now? And often the best self is taking a break, or the best self is making that call you've been delaying, or the best self is sending that email, or the best self is asking for help. But more often, the beginning to being your best self in any situation is choosing to stop worrying, doubting, fearing, putting yourself down, making yourself wrong, and deciding to trust. Trust that all the answers will be there for you. Trust that you know how to do this. Trust that it's really not that big of a deal. Trust that Spirit has your back. And so when you stop and ask yourself how to be your best self, that question helps you to focus on everything that could go right and focus on every resource that's available to you now. That is your source of power. Everything you need to navigate any situation in your business is already within you. And I'll say it again, you don't need to be perfect. All you need to do is reach for the next right step. And that wisdom, that insight is already there for you. Use every path to gaining that next right step. So maybe you need to have a conversation with someone so you can clear out some energy. Maybe you need to do some forgiveness work. Maybe you need to have a conversation with your intuitive coach. Do it. Because what gets in the way of us succeeding in business is the stories that something is not available, something's being withheld, we've made a mistake, so we're wrong and we're bad. And that doesn't get us anywhere. Man, that does not get us anywhere. And then we start believing the lie that we are inadequate, that it can't get any better, that we're not good enough and we're not strong enough. So when you notice yourself getting caught in those stories, pause, take a breath, smile, and say, with Spirit, all things are possible. I don't have to be stressed. I don't have to be overwhelmed. I don't need to make myself wrong. All the wisdom and insight I need is already available to me now. And then you return to faith. And faith is optimism, intuition, action, and trust. And then you just take the next right step. So the power thought is this: when I find myself in a stressful or chaotic situation in my business, I pause, I breathe, and I ask myself, how can I be my best self in this situation? And I want to go back to this because it keeps circulating in my mind as I'm going through this script. There's this thought that stressful and chaotic means, oh, something just happened upon me and now I'm in it. Oftentimes, stressful and chaotic is coming from within you. So maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you didn't follow up. Maybe you missed a deadline. Maybe you're behind on something. Maybe you're not doing what you said you were going to do. You're breaking a promise to yourself. And so then you create the stress and the chaos unknowingly, but it happens. And so, again, that's the same rules apply. You don't have to be perfect. And so you can still, even in the middle of an error, you can still reach for your best self. And that doesn't mean you have to fix everything. It just means you have to do the next right step. So affirm, all the wisdom and insight I need is already within me. I trust myself. I trust my intuition. I trust there is always a way. I choose to be my best self right here and right now. And maybe before this affirmation can really take hold and you see a beautiful, amazing result, you got to forgive yourself. So be willing to do that. And you may have to forgive yourself over and over and over again, or you may need to forgive a situation, or you may need to choose to let go of a past memory that's not serving you well. Whatever it is, you might have to do some releasing work. And then you can really lock into this affirmation. All the wisdom and insight I need is already within me. I trust myself. I trust my intuition. I trust there is always a way. I choose to be my best self right here and right now. Yeah. So, if you're listening to this show, you already know that there is something within you. You know you're capable, you know you're available for more than you're currently experiencing, and you can sense it. And you know what? You're right. You can have more of the life that you've been craving. You may not have proof that it's possible, but you know that there is better for you. And that's exactly why I am offering you the 3-month intuitive coaching package. Whether your desire is a thriving business, greater income, financial freedom, a dream romantic relationship to complete and monetize a creative or passion project, a major career advancement, or to become more of who you really want to be in this lifetime, this intuitive coaching experience is designed to support you. I've been doing this work for 16 years, and I know something about you. Deep down, you already know what you want. And you know that something needs to change so you can have it. But let's tell the truth, you're not sure what to do. I show you ways to receive what you want, and I guide you to become the person who can keep what you receive. The 3-month intuitive coaching package is your trusted place to go when doubt, fear, and worry show up. Yeah, life gets busy. Maybe you feel like you've lost momentum. I guide you to new perspectives so you can stay focused on what you want, no matter what is happening around you. For 90 days, this intuitive coaching experience provides you with 9 private intuitive coaching sessions and unlimited text and email support in between sessions. You'll receive direct access to leading edge intuitive guidance that keeps you pointed towards your desire, spiritual and energetic practices that help you create real results and solutions for you, psychic insights that help you make the right choice for you, and practical next steps that move you forward. I will hold your vision with you, and I will also show you how to trust, expand, and follow your own intuition. I can't tell you how many times I've had a session with a client and they have felt discouraged or overwhelmed or disconnected. And by the end of that conversation, they've returned to their point of power. They see possibilities. They feel a surge of faith and an urge to be in motion towards what they want. They feel uplifted. They feel inspired. And what I hear most of all is they feel lighter. And it's from that place that you can hear your intuition and you can see the next right step. So don't think you need to have it all figured out, or you need some perfect plan to receive what you want, or you have to know every twist and turn to create the result of your heart. No, you only need a willingness to show up for yourself, hold the vision, and focus on what you want to create. The goal is to become the person who can attract meaningful results and maintain the results you receive. Go to intuitivecoachingwithamy.com and begin the 3-month intuitive coaching package today. I would love to support you. Thank you so much for listening to this show. I pray it was useful. I look forward to connecting with you on the next show. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.